You got it? Oh, okay, cool. Cool. Time to cast. In the top left corner, representing the ice team, we've got Tukatai and Freezard. Is that it? Hold on, I gotta look in Discord to remember. Freezard. It's Freezard. So it's Freezard and Tukatai on ice team. On the fire team, we have Jak and Drago. Now, Jak and Drago are doing the double or zoom stuff. On the ice team, they are doing a, what is it? Or is it, oh wait, everybody is, wait, it shows. Oh, it's because Freezard isn't on the screen. So, can you move this? No? So I don't know what Freezard is. One of the Alt F4. Alt 4. Alt 4. Oh, here we go. Awesome. Cool. So, Freezard is playing Mala. Okay, now we know. Awesome. And we have... Oh, I like that... oh man, I'm seeing so much more early expansion, and I love it. Nobody used to do it. Oh, wait, Discord's on the screen. Excuse me. Excuse me. Professional streamer, by the way. Anyway... Not to be confused with Alt F4. I did Alt F4 the first time someone did Alt 4, and I was like, oh, Alt F4, that's what you do. And then I exited out of the game. It was actually, I was playing with, I had hydraulics on my team, and it was like, we were not some distance, but it was early game, but we were still in the game, so we had to restart. Anyway, we have early expansions from the ice team, and I love to see that. I absolutely love to see that. I'm excited for what the meta, how the meta will change as a result. But for now, only one player, Jak, is doing the early expansion on the red team. So we're going to be seeing a little bit of aggro out of Drago, and that's been consistent with what we've been seeing earlier in the day. Drago is a fairly aggressive player. He'll try and get in your face and slow down your production or, well, economy while he sits back and relaxes at home with his teammate. And it looks like we're going to be seeing some similar stuff. He's got his production way out in the open. He has yet to expand, and we're definitely going to be seeing some aggression. I don't think he has any intention on expanding. He's got double... shoot, what is it? Alloy? No. I don't remember the name of it, but he's got double gas, essentially, like it parallel to StarCraft, and that means that he's going to be pumping out a lot of tech units, so we might see... I believe he can only make... maybe he's going for the sky tech. Oh no, he's going for a second one of those. Oh wait, no, that's Jak. So, I don't know what he's planning, but we're going to find out. Oh, it's the early these guys. Now I remember. Ether, there you go. Got a teapot being chased off here. So far, they can see that Drago's going aggressive. This is... Oh, he's doing this again. So he seems to like taking this tower. Maybe he's going to take an early base. Oh, no, that's a teapot. Never mind. This is something that Drago did last game, and I think this is his play. He's very aggressive. Very aggressive. And he is getting the air unit. Okay, so he's going for those wardens, I think that's the name of them. And that's going to be exciting. We'll see how Tukatai and Freezard deal with that pressure. On the other side of the map, we see Jak going for that wait, no. PYRE. There's so many different things. PYRE, going for the PYRE. He's also getting a tower out here. I think that's pretty bold. This early on the game, nothing can really kill it once it's up. And maybe he's trying to go for this base in the corner. I don't know. I'm interested to see where that goes. But, I mean, Drago's set up in their main. Freezard has gone for that... I don't know what it's called. The thing that makes things go faster. the crack on the units. And it looks like they're going to clean this up. So unfortunately, Drago has lost all his units. And that's kind of dangerous because it's really hard for Drago in particular to rebuild those units. He doesn't have the economy that the rest of these players have. It's going to be harder for him to rebuild those. As I say that, he's got a warden out. And he's probably just going to try and harass. He is taking another base in the center. Still fairly aggressive. At this point, I would just get off the aggression and start taking bases, and maybe that's what he's going to be doing. We see a moat coming out here, maybe potentially taking a natural, but I don't see Drago doing that, if I'm honest. I see him continuing the pressure on this lower economy. And if he stays this way, he's going to have 2 bases eventually. He could keep them on their 2 bases with the help of Jak and Jakatak, and maybe we'll see that's how they win. Maybe we'll see Team Ice bust out, and if Team Ice busts out of this hold here, Team Fire is not in a great spot. Jak is in a good spot economically. He's getting a 3rd base. He's got the is this fully saturated? I don't know. I can't tell. Natural and main. But Drago isn't as in that good economic position. So it could be very beneficial if they bust out and maybe go across the map. Oh, aren't these like Broodlord guys? So Freezard is going for that really high tech really early. So essentially, what this seems to me like is Throne Rush, only it's Mala equivalent. We see Wardens in the main base of Freezard, and there's no more workers. These Wardens are putting in work. They're also trying to take down this structure. I don't know exactly what it is. Looks like he might lose 1. Oh my gosh, those guys are so tanky. He does not lose any, so that was a lot of free damage. Honestly, I like the position that Team Fire is in. They're controlling the map, they're harassing, they're expanding on the back of it. Drago, not yet. He's still on 2 bases, and that 2nd base is only slightly saturated, not fully. So he is on a lower economy, but Jak is going for his 3rd base. And that's more than we can say for Team Ice. I suppose that we've just seen this expansion from Tukatai in the corner of the map, but this is just starting, and this is not very defendable. You can't come out here. If you bring your army as Tukatai out here, you will surely get, out of position. Then Drago and Jak can just take advantage and bum rush Freezard, because all Freezard has is those high-tech units, and he's lost 1. He only has a couple. He's got 1. He only has 1, so I really like the position that Team Fire is in. Economically, tech-wise, there's a bunch of Sentinels coming out here now. We see Jak trying to get pushing through the main front door as of right now. They're both putting on a lot of pressure. This is a lot of pressure right now. There's a bit of a desperate, there's not that many units for Tukatai here, and he's trying to hold, but there's just so much stuff. They've just traded better at this point, and they're just using that economic advantage to take it forward. They are going to be able to, the Ice team is going to be able to defend this, but I don't see for how long they can keep this up. Unless they can take a 3rd, they're going to be in a rough spot. Then again, if Drago stays on 2 bases, there is a chance. There is a chance that they could kill the army and come back. But with the way that the army comps are going, it looks like Tukatai is getting more... Freezard is getting more of those units that you normally see at this stage of the game. Some more meat. Maybe something might happen. As of right now, essentially, Drago's just got all air units with with a couple Centauri. That's the name. Oh no, this base was found from Tukatai by Jak, and it looks like he's going to take it down, and there goes that bit of potentially a turnaround for Team Ice. They're now still stuck on these 2 bases, and Jak is taking a 4th base. He's not only taking a 4th base, he has it, and he may be upgrading it. I don't know if we might not be able to see, but Jak has the best economy out of anybody in this game right now. Drago is taking another base in this corner. That's very bold. It looks like there's a big push out here from Team Team Ice, trying to get out of this hole that they're stuck inside, and it's looking pretty good for them. The army of Drago has been defeated. There's only scraps left, and while Jak is winning his fight against Tukatai, here comes Freezard with the rest of his army, and they've busted out of this hold. Since the beginning of the game, they've been stuck on 2 bases, and now they're free. They've got this base that they can take, and they can push away this army from Jak with their combined forces. It looks like they are falling back, though. I suppose that Freezard doesn't want to lose his high-tech units, and that's understandable, but maybe he doesn't understand that the position that they're in. They really need these bases. They really need to get going in terms of economy. Tukatai has got a nice bank, actually. He may need to build some more production buildings or something along those lines. We see another. Is this a outpost from Drago? That's interesting. So he's gonna try and set up this hold that he's got not only over here, over there as well. So he's really just trying to encircle and just hold Team Ice into this this position where they're just not in as good of an economic position. And now Drago's taking more bases. He's got a third base. He's going to be upgrading it soon, maybe. This base is still only partially upgraded, but he's got 3 bases, and that's more that Team Ice can say. They've still only got 2 to the 2 of them. Jack is being pushed away by these. What are these called? I wish I knew what these were called. The Broodlords. But now this base is free. So now they both have access to a third base that they can take. Whether they can defend it or not is another question. I like this position that Drago has put himself in. This is really out there, I feel. He's all over the map. And it's very bold. But I think it's really cool. Behemoths. Okay, behemoths. Awesome. Now I can remember. Oh, potentially this base could not be taken. Oh my gosh, there's so many Zephyrs from Jack. Holy moly, that's a lot of Zephyrs. Jack is gonna push into here. And, oh my gosh, Tukatai's army is way out of position. He might lose this base. Oh, he uses Empire Unbroken. Okay, so now Tukatai's army comes in, and with all those... Oh! He gets the base! Wow. That's impressive. And now he may even be able to win the fight against the Centauri. With that field of the building, I think he was going to have some trouble, but now that that field is gone, he may be able to win this fight. It's going to be close. This trade is... He can take this trade because he's got a good economy and he's taken out one of the bases of Tukatai. Tukatai is only on 1 more base and he may not have a base for much longer. I guess he does have another 1,800 resources on there, but that won't last forever. They really need to break out of this and expand. Freezard is doing well against Drago, relatively. There's this really strong hold he's got here. Like he's got 2, I forget what they're called. Shoot, I need to know the name and remember the names. Text block. This position on this hill. Oh, they're GGing out. GG. Jakatak has come in and it looks like they're GGing out. Okay, so yeah, just the pressure from Drago and the fact that they didn't have much expansions just proved to be too much. So cannons equals fire singers. Okay, fire singers. Cool. So I believe the game is done. So GG's. Let me pull up the Discord text real quick. Good job to Drago and Jak. Well played. Very well played. GG. Button explodes all your town halls. Oh, okay. Cool. Drago with that chokehold. Yeah, Drago really just went in there, took control, and just had it for the rest of the game. Just that crazy map control. I think it was a mixture of the fact that he had access to all of the PYRE, and, well, the map for itself. Thank you for the cast, mate. No problem. Thank you for hanging out. I gotta commit your name to memory. Hold up. I'm scrolling up. Son of Merlin. Son of Merlin. Son of Merlin. I gotta remember that. Gotta remember that. Names are never easy. I need to change all my socials, I swear. At least you don't have to pay to change your Twitch name. Like with Blizzard. Back when I streamed on Mixer, I changed my name to Westapoli Mixer, and I used the one time you could switch it. And then when Mixer died, went back to Twitch, and then my name was still Westapoli Mixer, and to this day is Westapoli Mixer. Oh, sad tale. It's a very sad tale. My friends still make fun of me for it. Lunch. Okay. Boom. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. We see Tukatai going Orzum, Freezard going Mala. Drago going Mala as well, and Jak going Orzum. So, a mirror matchup. That's exciting. Exciting to see where it goes. Alright. In the top left, we have... Excuse me. Alt 4, please. Alt 4. There we go. On Team Ice, we have Tukatai and Freezard. So exactly the same spawns. On the bottom right, we have Jak and Drago. We do have different Immortals, though. This time, Drago is playing Mala, and I think that's the only change. Everybody else is the same as they were last game. I'm excited to see what Drago does with Mala. Drago played aggressive with Orzum, and Orzum's got these big, expensive, chunky units. I'm excited to see how he plays Mala, because Mala is more parallel to Zerg in terms of the unit composition and the unit composition, as in the health pool of the units and such as that. West, you will have to teach me this game. You know this, right? I will have to teach you this game, Colin, but it's not that hard to learn. It's a lot like StarCraft. I will explain everything, but Zard is the ultimate teacher. I am not as good a teacher as Zard. We see Jak going for the early expansion. We love to see it. We see Tukatai going for the early expo as well, and Freezard. So this is basically the same thing that happened last game. And we don't see Drago going for that early natural. It's safe to say I think we're going to see some aggression from Drago. Maybe not as aggressive in terms of building placement as a result of the fact that you have to build on the creep looking stuff. His units will take longer to get where they're going, unless he builds a base like in the middle of the map and then puts production buildings there. That would be absolutely hilarious. I'd love to see that, if I'm honest. On the other hand, we see this must be a tech building. I don't know these buildings. I need to learn. It's hard to cast when you don't know anything. It's also probably difficult to watch as well. I like how this must be Drago doing this, where he attacks the tower with a moat and then runs away, and then the tower starts attacking the next thing that is available to it, which is the expansion from the opposing team. No joke, I may spend 30 minutes trying to figure out how to send an email. I think you'll figure it out. I think you'll figure it out, Colin. Ooh, what's going on here? Jak trying to be aggressive like Drago. I like it. I like it. Maybe he'll have a base here. I like it a lot. We see Tukatai trying to wall off this area. He doesn't want to have a repeat of what happened last game with those Zephyrs from Jak. We see Drago getting PYRE. No fight decided to be taken. Both sides would... It would be basically an even trade, I think. But with reinforcements coming in... So these, I hear, are like a lot like Hellions. But they have splash damage, if I remember correctly. I think that's what those little circles means. So I'm interested to see how Drago uses them. I think this is like... Isn't this like mech for Zerg? Or Mala, excuse me. I don't remember. Were you streaming? Were you watching a stream at the time? My productivity drops to 1% if there's a stream on. At the time of what? Talking to blanks. Oh! That makes sense. That makes sense. I hear a thing! We see Jak getting super aggressive with his Zentari. I think that's what they're called. With that tank on the high ground, that's going to make this very difficult. Maybe he can pick off these... what, I forget what they're called. Before he dies, but I don't think this will be sticking around. It is a good trade, though. He gets 3 of these guys for free. Well, not for free. For 7, 8 Zentari and a tower. Okay, maybe it's not such a good trade. But that had potential to work a lot better than it did. My productivity also drops to 1% when I have a stream on. You're just watching Westy Boy. I've never heard anybody call me that before. 800 alloy and 125 pyre. Yeah, I don't know if that was as good of a trade as I thought it was. But I don't know the costs of everything. Like you're saying, I think that's... Was that the cost for the 3 dudes? Because I don't think Zentari cost any pyre. Oh, wait. I'm thinking of the gas. Or the Zentari and the pillar. Okay, yeah. Or whatever the other stuff was. We see... Oh, I thought this was an expansion. Silly me. Kind of not the same as last game because as a result of the fact that Drago can't be as aggressive in the early game with the building placements as he can with Orzum. Jak is... I definitely think this is a long-term plan for having a base here. They're trying to expand to the north, it seems. Jak, I usually take this base in Jak's position, but he wants to defend it with a Fire Singer and a Legion Hall, which is fine. In terms of Pyre, Tukatai has got a lot, but the map control at the moment is Drago and Jak's. So what's Pyre? Pyre is the red stuff that Jak just grabbed. It essentially is like, it's a resource that you use for abilities, and each immortal has its own abilities. So Fire Smoke, if it's kind of like, do you remember like Overwatch or what other game has this? Shoot, Valorant? Overwatch and Valorant do this. It's like each character has its... It's not like gas in StarCraft. That's the... This is Alloy, and this is... I forget. But it's like a resource that you use for abilities. And each thing has its own ability. Each immortal has its own abilities. We see less aggressive play from Drago. He's got a third base now. We see Thrums. I think they're Thrums. From Freezard. That's a little difficult for the fire team to deal with, but it is not the first time that they have had to deal with it. Thrums have been utilized by the... I forget the name of the faction that is like Mala and Zal for a little while. We see a fight being engaged here from Drago. This is a lot to be walking into. I don't know if he can win this. I don't know what these guys are, but they seem cool. It just shot a snowball and then a creature was born out of it. That's interesting. With these tanks on this high ground and these units in these position, this is very hard to break. This is a similar position to what Drago and Jak had in the last game in terms of holding out a base. And fortunately for Team Fire, they've already decided to expand to the north. Jak has already got this base almost done up here. And he's already got it nicely defended with almost 3 Fire Singers. I have a feeling they're going to continue to expand to the north and kind of leave the west side of the map to Team Ice. And that's not great for map map control, but it's better than losing a base if Jak had tried to expand here. Thank you for the follow, ZK. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Mala and Zal are Aru. There we go, Aru. That's the thing that I was supposed to remember. Hover over resources above the minimap. Ah, so it's Ether. There we go. So Ether is the gas, essentially. We got a major fight going on here. I am busy thinking about other things. It looks to be going well for Team Ice, which is more that we could say for as opposed to last match. Last match, Drago and Jak were having this dominant position, just right in the faces of Drago and Jak. I'm sorry, Tukatai and Freezard. And now Tukatai and Freezard have just how the turntables and have just gone for this really nice hold. They've got these really the units that just set up, and it's hard to break them. They're in just this dominant position, and it looks like I don't know if they can hold this base. Team Fire. It doesn't seem like they can. They've got what are these dudes? I forget the name. I forget everything's name. I don't know anything. These dudes have just taken down the base, and that's very that's very good for Team Ice. And they're even gonna push in a little bit here. It looks like Drago's got the behemoths. I remembered their name this time. See, I'm learning. He's got behemoths, and that's good for tech. We don't see that high level tech from Team Ice. They're really just pumping out mid game units. Let's see. Do they have any tech? Oh, I wouldn't know what I'm looking at. Let's see. We don't see any crazy tech from Tukatai. Actually, this might be something. I don't remember, though. But Tukatai does have the air production building. So that could lead to thrones, and that would be really good, I think. They've got the economy for it, I believe. Well, they have the potential for the economy. Tukatai hasn't really been expanding for his third base yet, which is, I think, something he needs to be doing. He has the money at the moment. Freezard, on the other hand, has taken his third base and is increasing his production accordingly. They're really taking advantage of the fact that they have this dominating position in the center of the map. Ooh, Jak has a bunch of hollowers now. This is another mid-game unit. I'm a big fan of the hollowers. I love them. Ooh. So now there's a circle for where the area of effect for the hollower is being shown. I like that. I like that a lot. But now we see Jak has a ridiculous number of hollowers. Anything that he shoots will just instantly be destroyed. This is a major fight in the center. I don't know how this is gonna go. Jak has to keep his hollowers alive, and Drago has to keep his behemoths alive, but if they do keep them alive, I think the fight is gonna be theirs. I don't know what all these raining red bits are. I have a feeling it has something to do with Aru things, but it looks like Team Ice is gonna take the fight for now. They're gonna gain control of the center of this map. But even then, this base is still free. Team Ice no longer has this dominant position that they had before, where they were just controlling the center of the map. The PYRE is now up for grabs. Both teams are kind of. I need to read the chat. Creates a hollowed ground, so Zentari now have a ranged attack in there. I love the hollowers even more. Mala ability, Rain of Blood. It gives the global health mana regen. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I didn't know about that. I've never seen it before. For 30 seconds too. It's so long. Yeah, that is impressive. Ooh, and then you also see little bars now for the behemoths, for how many of the dudes that they have. At the moment, it's just Drago here trying to defend this hill, and I think if both Drago and Jak were on top of this hill, they'd be able to defend it, but honestly, they don't really need to. Both Tukatai and Freezard are backing off. In terms of the trades, I think it's pretty even. Economically, Team Fire, I think, is in a better position. They're both on the same number of bases, but Team Fire has had, like, Jak has had this base for ages. He's had this base for a very long time, and I think longer than Freezard has had his bases. Tukatai isn't really expanding at all. I think he needs to be expanding. If they're gonna, he has the ability to, and therefore you really need to be in order to keep this lead that they have roughly. There's this big fight going on here. We got this pillar coming down. I forget the name of it. It's going to help defend here. This is a major army from Drago, and he's going to lose a lot of it. There's 2 players here fighting this army, and really just one. Oh no, the Hollowers got caught off by the behemoths. He may have lost a few there, but he does keep most of them alive, and that's good. I think if both of the armies of Team Fire were together, that fight would have gone a lot better for them. The fact that the Hollowers were unable to help Drago He lost a lot of his army to the combined forces of Tukatai and Freezard. That would be interesting to see. Infinite blood. Rain of blood. So we see a little push here from Team Fire. Well, cast a curse. They turned around. Little expo being taken here from Drago. It's actually already been taken, and he's already upgraded it, so it's been here for a while. I didn't notice it. But it is in danger now that Freezard is moving in here from the north, and he doesn't seem to know it exists, so he's going straight for Jack's base here that's been here for ages. It looks like Drago might try and defend it. I don't know. He's backing off. I think he really... This is kind of a crucial spot. I suppose he doesn't want to risk losing his army. And it is a pretty big army from Freezard. I don't know if he can help, but this base is getting pretty beat up. Whether it'll live or not, I mean, both armies are here now for Team Fire, so I don't know if we'll be seeing this base going down necessarily. Maybe these behemoths can take care of it if they stick around in this dead space. I don't believe there's a ton of anti-air from the air from these teams. There's a lot of castigators, but those can't really attack the behemoths when they're in this dead space. Now Freezard finds this base of Dragos, and I like this this harass from Freezard with these behemoths, but he's got to be careful because these, I think they're expensive. He's gonna lose a couple, might have lost one there. You want to keep these alive. They're in a rough position now. Getting out, I think he can get out at this point. There's enough free air over the edge for him to be able to get away. Other than that, I think Team Fire is... it looked like Team Ice was in a really good position a second ago, and now it's very back and forth. This is a very close game. It's great. This is very good. This is good for Freezard, what we're seeing here. I believe these units are free. It's not like the carriers where you have to rebuild the interceptors. But I could be wrong. This feels like Brood War Guardians shooting from behind the mineral lines. I never watched Brood War, or was around. Brood War was actually around before I was born. Whoops. We see some Thrums. Maybe we'll find out if Thrums can attack air. Can they? Doesn't seem like they can. Freezard gets his behemoths out of there, and now we see a fight from Jak. I love Jak's his unit composition. Oh, Hollowers are ruthless, man. I love this composition. This is great. It's just really mech. Not mech, but it's a lot like mech, I feel like. There's a lot of these units from that this thing, I don't remember what it's called. A lot of units from there, which is essentially the factory robotics facility equivalent to StarCraft. So it's like mech for Terran, but it's more like Protoss. It's weird. The intricacies between the two games. The parallels are interesting, and I like their differences. Like each one, it's like the tech tree or the unit type was swapped a couple times, and there's more. English is hard. There's more. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but it's there. I'll remember it in a bit, eventually, so at some point. Not speaking of, well, to get back to the game, Team Fire is in a better economic position. Now, Tukatai is taking this third, but he's gone a long time without it. He's essentially only on one base now. His main and his natural have been mined out. I'd like him to take a fourth, but I don't know if he could hold it. At this point, they've lost that map control that they had before, and Jak and Drago are roaming free. Speaking of roaming, well, not speaking of roaming free. Why am I trying to say speaking of roaming free? Drago is attacking Tukatai, and he's taken out that tower. And it was, I think it's for free. Are these guys free? Oh no. Oh wait. I thought this base got killed. Never mind. It did get killed, but that not just then. Freezard's got a really nice army. We see Jak attacking this third base of Tukatai, and this is his last mining base. And he only has one mode on it. Tukatai really doesn't have much money left. It looks like Freezard is going to be moving these behemoths army away, essentially behemoths with a few, are these hunters, masked hunters? I think they are, away. And he might be able to pick one off, but yeah, there's just no economy behind for Tukatai and Freezard, team fire, or ice, excuse me. And GG's to Drago and Jak for winning the war of attrition. They really held on to those bases, and it resulted in their eventual win. And I believe that's game. GG, well played indeed. That was a lot closer of a game than the previous one. That was exciting to watch. Great mech, Jak. Yeah, Jak, I want to do that strategy now. Just mass Hollower and Castigator. It looks really fun. Soul Foundry. There you go. That's the thing that I couldn't remember. Soul Foundry. The Soul Foundry units. Man, I hope this game runs smooth on my laptop. It's gonna be interesting, Colin. Have you joined the Discord yet? Have you done any? Have you started the process, or are you still in your league game? Fingers crossed, indeed. A third game. This is going to be a long YouTube video. It's going to be like an hour. It's great. I'm debating keeping the in-between the game in. I'm debating it. We'll see. You have. Okay. Nice. I haven't read this DM. Oh, thank you, ZK. Now I have a cheat sheet from ZK. Excuse me while I look for, never mind, the game's starting, I can't look for it anymore. Excuse me. Anyway, the same, I think, hold on, let's see. Yep, Tukatai and Freezard in the top left, Jak and Drago in the top right. This is like a best of three, except for the fact that I just saw a light in the corner of my room. That was weird. It's interesting that, what was I going to say was interesting? My mind just got completely distracted by that light. Anyway, we see the same as the first game. 3 of the players have gone for Orzum, except for Freezard, who is continuing that Mala play. Drago has gone back to Orzum. Let's see here. Why do you think I struggled about the email thing? Oh, yeah. I remember. It's first 3 games of a best of 69. There you go, ZK. That's more like it. That's nice. That's very nice. I think it would be cool to cast a best of 69. I've watched them. They were one before. It was pretty funny. I think it was casted by Shir Shaddai and Tempo, and it was Pig versus someone else, and I don't remember who it was. Some pro. I think. I don't remember, though. Oh, wait, maybe it wasn't Pig. I thought Pig was in there, but it was against 2 people, and I remember who the casters were, so. So you see the early expo from Wait, excuse me. I got the red in, and I thought it was Drago. from Freezard. We don't see an early expansion from Tukatai, and this is a change from what we've seen. We're seeing a little bit more aggressive, kind of like what Drago did. We're going to be, well, let's see how Tukatai can maybe emulate it, or maybe he's trying to do something completely different. We will see. But for now, Drago is also getting aggressive. Oh, wait. Drago is doing different things. Everybody's going all wacky. Drago and Freezard have, or excuse me, Drago and Tukatai have swapped bodies. They're doing each other's strategies. I am interested to see, English is hard. I'm interested to see where this goes. It looks like they're coordinating this. Tukatai and Freezard are coordinating this, attacking their main. This is very aggressive. They've got a lot of units. Can Drago and Jak hold this? If they get in there, they can win, I think. They've got a crap ton of units, and the tower in the natural isn't done yet. This has potential. Freezard running in with his ability. There's a pillar being thrown down. This is gonna get dicey. This is gonna be interesting. We're seeing a couple Zentari going down. Most of the Zentari going down for Tukatai. The tower is gonna get up. So it looks like this tower is up. If they... Ooh. Oh man, that was close. Oh, it was real close. It really came down to the wire. Oh man, a couple more units, or maybe a little bit faster, and Tukatai and Freezard, I think, would have won the game. That was really close. That was a very quick attack. We see some units coming across the map for Freezard, but I don't think they can continue this now. The tower is up. They're going to be pumping out units. Team Fire is, as a result of that. They don't want to get counterattacked or face a second... Not a counterattack. They don't want to face a second wave. I like that aggression. Despite the fact that they showed that they were potentially going to be going for economy. Freezard took that natural first, and then he had a bunch of units out. I really like that. They're really trying to switch it up to try and dig themselves into a better position for the later of the game and do a better. Do a better. That's... do a better. I amuse myself. Anyway, we see a little bit of a counterattack coming out here from Drago. These were the tech units that he was going for, and this is probably the reason that he didn't have those as many units as he did, or as he could have, in order to defend against this. Oh my gosh, Freezard is diving on these. Let me go to the cheat sheet. Hold up, we're gonna find out what they're called. Absolver. That's what they are. They're absolvers. Freezard is diving on the absolvers, but Jak has some absolvers of his own. And... oh, wait. But Jak. They both have absolvers. And now this is a counterattack. This is... if... oh, no. So it looks like Tukatai, Team Ice is really leaning into the more economic side of things now. We don't see a ton of army being produced. As I say that, Freezard just produces a crap ton of hunters, maybe because he knows this is coming, but... this is a major force from Team Fire coming up this ramp, and this could spell the end for Team Ice if they don't defend this properly. They need to hold this ramp. They can't just let it go. Oh no, they're losing the ramp. Now these absolvers have set up properly, and there's just so many absolvers. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 7 absolvers here. That's an insane amount. That's insane. If they just siege up, I don't know if Team Ice can do anything about it. They're moving forward now. Drago is, and now Jak has unsieged and is moving forward as well. Team Ice just doesn't have the units. There's just so many absolvers. This counterattack is really proving to be, well, game-winning. Tukatai went a little heavy on the economic side of things, and he didn't have as many units out, and the same, I think, can go for Freezard. He really just had hunters, and I'm pretty sure that the absolvers are really good against the hunters. Both teams using those speedy up abilities, try and win this fight. It does look like they're going to get cleaned up, but... oh no. Freezard lost his main. Oh, this is terrible damage. Not terrible, like bad. This is just crazy damage from Team Fire. Wow. They're in an amazing position now. Freezard is down to 1 base, and it's not fully upgraded. He's only got 2 I really need to English better. He only has 4 moats. Are these moats? These aren't moats, are they? Let's go to the cheat sheet. Hold on, let's see, what are they called? Symbiotes. They are symbiotes. He only has 4 symbiotes, meaning he's only upgraded it once, and that's not the maximum amount of economy that you can have on the... the God Heart. Oh my gosh. Nailing it. Nailed it. Back to the game. Things have calmed down. We see quite a few Zephyrs from Tukatai. Tukatai has... Oh wait. Somebody crashed. The moats aren't getting stuff. Did I miss something? It's like a pop quiz. Time to cast. Yeah. I think everything crashed. People are wondering, did anyone make a siege maw? Yeah, I think it crashed. Oh man. Crashy crashed. No. It was proving to be an interesting game. Ah, that sucks. Oh man. Sounds like Freezard had a bug replacing his main. Indeed. Into the deed. They're called symbiotes. Oh yeah, they are called symbiotes. I'm trying to see... hopefully my own voice isn't played. Okay, there we go. Okay. They remade the lobby by the looks of it. So... they both made one. Who do I choose? Oh no! Somebody joined Tukatai, so I'm gonna hop on the train. Vocabulary, it's not going well. English is hard today, particularly. I wasn't saying that he had a symbiote doing the bug, doing the replacing. Oh, he had a software bug. Ah. Trying to think of Foxy Mayhem's dev name. Is it Son of Cole? No, that's the name from Avengers. Hold on, I'll find it. No, no, I can't scroll up that far anymore. Shoot. Son of Merlin. Oh, Coulter. I combined the two. I'm sorry. Coulter, Son of Merlin. Okay. Coulter, Son of Merlin. Okay. Gosh darn it. Son of Cole works. it's like, it's from, the reason I was remembering that is, in Avengers, the first one, Thor calls Coulson Son of Cole, and I thought that was absolutely hilarious. And that's just, your name was Coulter, Son of Merlin, so it just, in my brain, it just associated Son of Cole with Coulter, Son of Merlin. I also respond to "Hey you." Don't we all? What are you resident sleepering for, Colin? We're missing Jack. Alright, I have to go be productive now. Have fun being, or at least try to have fun being productive, culture. Good luck. There's a bug in the main that didn't, or a bug in the game that did not allow him to put his main properly. Oh, apparent. Oh, I see. That makes sense. That's unfortunate. That's not how you spell eyes. How do you say your name? Is it Bolson? Yo Bolson? Is that right? I'm probably butchering it. I'm sorry. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. This is a really this is a good stream today. Hold up. Oh crap. I'll be right back. They're here. Look. They're over there. You see? Don't look over there. Don't look towards the door. Of me. Over here. There. See? There's people. You can't see them, but they can see you. Get out of here. Marshmallow? Wonderful. Oh no, her name is Chelly. But she could be a marshmallow. Stop going to steal your dog. Ashton has met her, or she's met Ashton, Colin, but she doesn't like him. She doesn't like anybody if she doesn't see them on a weekly basis, at least, or a monthly basis. So every time Ashton comes over, she's just barking up a storm. I don't know the name. Yeah, her name is Botticelli, is her full name, but we call her Chelly for short. But not me. Colin, you gotta come to my house. I've been trying to get Ashton to come and drive the jet skis, but he's just so busy working that he's just not come, you know? But not me. Okay, Colin, you have never asked, never mentioned anything, okay? I welcome friends. My family thinks I have no friends. Ooh, we have Freezard playing Zol. That's a oh, never mind. Cast a curse. Oh wait, I still have Discord up. Botticelli? Yeah, let me type it in the chat. Like the artist, I think. I think that's how you say it. Let me do Siri. Botticelli.
Here's some information.
Sandro Botticelli. Oh, so it's Botticelli. Hold up. Botticelli. Also, I'm in Georgia for college. Oh! I was in Georgia yesterday. I was in Atlanta. Okay. In the top left... Excuse me. In the top left corner, we have Freezard and Tukatai, as before. And in the bottom right, we have Jak and Drago. I don't believe anything is playing anything different, except for the fact that Drago is playing Mala. Before he was playing Orzum. Each time he's switching. He's playing Mala, then Orzum. 2 hours from me. Oh, I see. Well, so that's why you can't come over, Colin. You're in Georgia. Why are you complaining if you're so far away? Anyway, oh, you can hover, when you hover over the mini-map, it also hovers over the building. That's interesting. We have an early expo from Tukatai, but no early expansion from Freezard. We have, as always, Jak is going for an early expansion, and Drago is not. So we have a mirror. One person on each team is going for the expo, one person is not. So it should prove to be interesting. I expect Drago to be going aggressive. as the based on the fact that he hasn't had that natural early. And maybe Freezard will be going aggressive too. We have yet to see a natural again. Maybe he's trying to switch it up as a result. Oh, he has double gas. As a result of the fact that Drago has been getting aggressive, and maybe the fact that he scouted no natural from Drago, he wants to fight fire with fire and go aggressive with Drago in order to try and make it later into the game and possibly win one. Tukatai, on the other hand, has finished. Is that finished? No, it's not. There's no moats. That thing disappeared. I don't know. Anyway, Tukatai will be the one for Team Ice going for the economics, and Jak will be the one on Team Fire going for the economy as well. I'm excited to potentially see some more mech out of Jak. He's going for the Soul Foundry. I remembered without looking at the cheat sheet. Soul Foundry first, before Reliquary. I usually go for Reliquary first so you can get the upgrades for the Zephyrs and the Zephyrs themselves. But he's going for the Soul Foundry, which means he could be going for more mech, which I would love to see. I would love to see some more mech. We have the two teams fighting over the PYRE. It looks like Drago will get the best as a result of the fact that he has a few more hunters than Freezard. He will get that PYRE with that teapot. Little early things at the beginning of the game to have an effect later. He's got that PYRE, and using it properly can result in a major advantage. Both teams going for their respective towers. We have a little building block here from Tukatai. Once again, he doesn't want a repeat of that first game where all those Zephyrs came in from Jak and just annihilated his natural, and he wasn't able to do anything about it. Now, Freezard has taken his natural. The same goes for Drago. The players that were trying to play more aggressive are getting their naturals, and I hope to see a third base from Tukatai and Jak. I want to see some late game. We've been seeing a lot of early game and mid game skirmishes. We haven't seen some crazy late game stuff. I'd like to see some thrones. I'd like to see some more behemoths. We do see, ooh, Drago getting spicy with a third base really quickly, even before Jak. So he is happy with the way the game has turned out so far, and he is sitting back and relaxing. He will be met with a force from Tukatai and Freezard. A couple Absolvers out, as well as a, what's this unit called? I would go look, but they're really diving in here. We want to watch this. There's no natural towers. There's really nothing to defend these forces. There are going to be some units coming in for Drago, but that's not enough. If Freezard and Tukatai fight together, my goodness, where is Jak's army? Jak has a few Zentari and a few of these guys. I don't remember what they're called, but Jak doesn't really have much in the way of units. It seems like he might be trying to get some Absolvers out. Or no, not Absolvers, Hollowers, but he doesn't have the tech building yet. So he's going to potentially lose his natural. The only thing here, oh, never mind. Well, he's going to lose it. But it lasted longer than I thought it would be. This is a really good position for Team Ice. This is the break that they needed. They're in a properly good spot now. They've got Absolvers in the natural that are setting up. There's not going to be much here that can be done about it. Now Jak has got some units coming in, and now he's going to be able to clean this up by the looks of it. But Jak has lost his natural. He's now only on one base, and he has 4 Soul Foundries. That is more production than he can afford at this moment, and that's going to cost him. So I'd say that Team Ice is in the better spot right now, and that kind of is a first in terms of this much of a lead. They've got a really solid, good lead, and then if they can take it and run with it and snowball, maybe they can win the game. It looks like Tukatai is taking another base. I like to see it. I'd like to see Freezard taking another base. He's getting out the... Let's look at the name. I want to learn the names. He's getting the Resonance, and those are very good for zone control. We see Drago. Drago is in a very good Jakatak all about the Soul Train. Jak is all about the Soul Train. He's getting his natural. Drago is in a very good economic position. The thing that is going to set Team Fire back is the fact that Jak is in a rough spot. I'd like to see a double expand here from Jak. They've got a tower here, and there's a sizable army for Drago to defend. As of right now, I'd really like to see an expansion from Jak. He's getting Absolvers out now. I think as a temporary solution, he really wants to be working towards those Hollowers and Sentinels. Sentinels? No, not Sentinels. Castigators. There's a bit of a force from Freezard. Freezard, that's not the name. Freezard. Out in the center of the map, potentially looking for some PYRE. I like the way that Tukatai is in terms of economy, and Freezard is getting there. He's getting his third base up now. He has the force to defend it. He's actually looking to attack. He probably thinks that there's a base here, and I don't blame him. I'd like to see another base from Jak here. He has yet to take it. It looks like they're going to lose this tower and maybe an Absolver. Yep, he loses the Absolver. Oh! Oh, wait, this is... this is Tukatai's tower. No wonder Jak hasn't taken that base. Silly me. Well, these Resonants are in a very good position now. They've sieged up in between the base and the one of the few ways out of Team Fire's base. Oh no. Oh, I thought I had to get up. Never mind. My phone is ringing. That's not very professional. We see a very, major blow. Drago just lost that base, and there's not much he can do about all these Resonants. There's a few unsieging now. He's looking to, Freezard is looking to move. And I like this. He wants to take advantage. I don't want, him getting into a spot, he's lost a couple Resonants here. That's unfortunate. Getting into a spot where he can't get out would be unfortunate. He doesn't have much home in the way of units. And he's going to lose these Resonants. And Jak is going to lose his Absolvers. But, oh wait, no. That's not Team Ice. Silly me. Oh no, I missed this. I'm not doing very good at casting right now. I'm sorry. Westo on board. KKL, I'm sorry. Hopefully we can unbore you with this wondrous Gates of PYRE gameplay. This is a back and forth game, to say the least. I think Team Ice were in a very good position up until moments ago when they lost a lot of their army. There is a lot back home, and they are in a better economic position. Drago does not have that third base replaced, and Jak has yet to take his. I lied. Jak just took a third base, but it's in a strange spot. It's going to be hard for him to defend that. Jak is getting Hollowers out, and Drago looks like he hopefully will be taking this base again. There's a fight going on in the center of the map over that PYRE by the looks of it, and it looks like Drago is going to be winning that, and that's not good for Team Ice. They're in a better economic position, but if they get counterattacked and they lose, that would be very unfortunate for them. I like where they're at, and it would be good to see a break in the trend in terms of how the games have been going. We see a bunch of mages for Tukatai, and I like to see that. Hollowers need to be running away towards Drago's army, and it seems that there's going to be a big fight ensuing here from all four players. And there's no definitive answer as to which one might win. Jak really only has Hollowers, so the meat of the army will be Drago. The human shield, well, the alien shield will be have to coming from Drago, but these Hollowers can deal a ton of damage in the back, and it proves to have an interesting dynamic. It's going to be interesting when a fight does break out, and it does seem that one is going to be breaking out. Tukatai and Freezard, they want to be aggressive, and they should be. They've got a good economic advantage, and they can really lay into that advantage and put pressure on Team Fire. Looks like there's going to be a big fight here. Tukatai started running away, but he's coming back. The Team Fire is going to be running up this ramp. I don't know where the Hollowers are, but they're nowhere near here, and this is not a fight that Drago wants to be taking. This is up a ramp, and there's two forces against the one army. It looks like Drago is going to be moving in to protect this base, but Jak isn't coming to defend him, and he might not be able to defend this. There's a lot of forces from Freezard and Tukatai here, and it's going to be hard for Drago to hold this. He's losing a lot of his hunters. Really, it's only just these units now. Freezard is coming from the back with his hunters. He's going to lose those to the followers that are now coming around, but this base is taking a lot of damage. There's a good spot for these resonants, and with these followers coming around, I don't know if they can push up this ramp. There is a lot of them, but they're going to lose quite a lot from these resonants. It looks like this is going to get cleaned up eventually, but this base is going to go down from Drago. And that's not good for Team Fire. Team Fire is in a rough position already economically, and now losing that base, it's even worse. Freezard and Tukatai can rebuild this army that they've lost, but Jak and Drago really need to hold on to their economic assets in order to stay in this game. With Tukatai and Freezard rebuilding their armies, I don't know if defending this base will prove to be, well, helpful. He is going to drop a pillar to try and keep this base, and I like that. He does want to hold that economic advantage, and that's what's going to happen. Blood Rain has been used, and it looks like this army is going to get cleaned up from Drago, or for Team Ice, and that's really good for Team Ice, because Team Fire cannot as easily replace their armies as Team Ice has been able to do so far. There is a counterattack with the Howlers from Jak. He's going to try and take this base, and he probably will be able to do it. Unfortunately, every single Howler shot at that one little moat, and their damage wasn't dealt as useful. I think if he had, with proper micro, this base could have been taken out, and it is hard when all of the Howlers just fire at one singular unit. That is just not something that is useful for the DPM of the Howlers. He is running away now, and he might lose some, he might not. We'll see. And that once again, this is looking good for Team Ice. They're in a really good spot economically, and any trade that they make will be helpful for them in the future. With Jak and Drago's army here, I don't know if Tukatai can get anything done. He did take that PYRE accelerator, I think that's what it is, but he won't have it for long as Jak comes down and destroys it. It looks like Team Fire is going to try and get a little aggressive here. There's not much here for Tukatai, and losing this army would be unfortunate. He doesn't need to take this fight. There is a force to the east for Freezard, and it looks like he's going to... He thought there was going to be a base here, and maybe there was, and I just missed it, but having this base here no longer means that unless Jak and Drago can punch through with this force, it seems like Team Ice is going to have a dominant position for the later game. It looks like Jak has taken this base here and he has upgraded it, so he has had it for a little while, and that's going to be helping their economic position. But this whole game, Jak and Drago just haven't had much in the way of economy. Now Freezard is using these hunters to come in here and try and take this base. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it, but it is pressure. He's got behemoths here. If anything comes here and defends, it's going to assist, and he's going to keep this base. But the way things are going now, he might lose this base. Oh no, these are hunters for Drago. So it's hard to tell sometimes when they use their... the sprint? No. The thing that the Marines had. Oh my gosh, I can't English. Make the bold assumption that I know what the heck is going on. KCal, I believe. You can figure it out. It's just stuff moving on the screen. It's like StarCraft. We see Jak using the advantage that he has of army to try and get rid of Tukatai's base over here, and it seems like he might be able to do that. There's only Howlers over here for Tukatai. I don't know where the rest of Tukatai's army is. He must have lost it, and he's losing these Howlers too. That's not good. It looks like Team Fire is making a bit of a rebound here. Their armies are bigger, and they're getting an economic foothold. I haven't gotten to download the newest patch yet. With so much work, and I also have no idea how to. It's simple enough. It's not that difficult. I could help you if you want. This isn't looking good for Team Ice. Team Fire have traded better, and their armies are larger. And it looks like Freezard tried to tech to these behemoths, but he doesn't have enough for it to be super useful against a large army, such as this amount of hunters. Oh no, it looks like Drago's going to be taking out this base from Freezard. And that's going to put Freezard on just no mining bases, actually. This is Freezard's last mining base. He does get these hunters to move away with the behemoths. But if Jak and Drago teamed up, I don't know if this base would be able to hold. As I say that, a crap ton of units came out for Freezard, and it seems like he would be able to. We see a few Zentari. Oh, there's a nice little hole there that these Zentari can move in. Tukatai runs his moats away, and really this will prove to be just an annoyance, but this is... anything at this point, economic damage is good for Team Fire. Team Ice does not have much in the way of economy, which is unfortunate because they had a really powerful economy at the beginning of the game. They had a really powerful position and they just were unable to hold it, unfortunately. We see Drago here taking out this base of Freezard, and that was the last base that Freezard had other than this one that is still providing some sort of income for him. We see a push coming in from Freezard, but there's so many castigators from Jak. There's a lot here for Freezard, but it's these low-tech armies, and these Howlers can do really well against it. If their fire is spread around, they can have, like, there's just, these hunters are just evaporating to these Howlers, and he's gonna lose a few Howlers, but Drago's come in with all his hunters. He's taking care of the behemoths. This is a desperation push from Freezard to Tukatai, and it doesn't look like it's going their way. Once these armies have been cleaned up, there's nothing to stop Team Fire from running across the map and killing Team Ice. They don't have the economy to replace this army. It was a valiant effort, but it looks like Team Fire has won the day once again. Team Ice had a really good advantage earlier in the game, but unfortunately they couldn't hold on to it. There's a couple behemoths left for Freezard, but there's so many hunters from Drago, as well as castigators from Jak, that it's not going to matter much. And now the counterattack comes across the map to end the game. We see a couple, well, they're just GGing now. What are these called? I forget. I forget the name. Anyway, they're both, all the players are GGing. They know the state the game is in, and it's pretty much over. Team Ice they put in a good effort. They were really close. They were really close to winning. If they had held on to that economic lead, kept their bases, I think they could have won. Symbiotes, there we go. I remember. I don't remember. You remember. Thank you. Or I remember now, but we see just the cleanup happening. The game is essentially over. It looks like Tukatai hasn't tapped yet, and neither has Jak, but the game is pretty much over. But GG. GG to Tukatai, Freezard, Jak, and Drago.